my beautiful people. How are we all doing today? Usually on a Tuesday on my channel, you will find a Was It Worth the Hype? But unfortunately, I've not read any books recently that are really hyped up. So I can't actually do a Was It Worth the Hype because I was living in a Court of Thorns and Roses world for so long. So today's video, very strange, something that's going to come out of my mouth that you're not going to believe, but I'm going to do it. Well, I'm going to try and do it. Is I'm setting myself, I'm not going to say a TBR because that sounds too final, but I am going to be reading some books in March. I have some holiday time in March, so I have some more free time. So I'm really hoping that I can read more. That is my plan anyway. But these are the books that I really want to read in March. If I can do it, I don't know, because I have some chunky books and I am a slow reader. We all know that here. So I just have to hope for the best here. Everybody hope for me, because I really do want to read all of these this month. And if I do it, that is such a big achievement for me. But there's 31 days in March. So it's a bit of a slightly longer month than February. So I'm hoping that I can do it. So I've got a big pile of books here. Firstly, I need to finish City of Ashes because I am currently reading that. And I need that read for the 5th of March. So I'm hoping to have that done by the 5th of March. Fingers crossed. All seems to be going in the path that I will be finished that by the 5th of March. So that's that. Now, this is in no particular order whatsoever. It's just books that I really want to read in March. So the first one is Crave. And I'm going to be doing a dedicated reading vlog for Crave when I read it. Hopefully it is in March, but we will see. I am reading this because Liv has hyped it up so much. And I really want to read it. And Danny's read it and she loved it. And she thinks that I'll really like it too. So Crave in March, very, very exciting. I feel like Crave is what I need in March, just I think. Then we've got a chunky one, Plain Bad Heroines. This is all the girls in the group chat are doing like a monthly pick every month from March, and this is the one that was picked for March. And this has been on my shelf ever since it came out, and I've been wanting to get to it, and the sheer size of it has terrified me. And when I actually buddy read with people and commit to it, I actually usually do generally get it done. So I mean, this is quite a chunky book. Mind you, saying that, it's actually only about 610 pages. So compared to Akamath and stuff, it's not that bad. And because I have got into the habit of reading chunkier books now, they don't actually scare me as much as they used to. So this one definitely has to be read in March, whether it takes me the whole of March to read it or not. I will get this one read. And it's such a beautiful edition, this one as well. Then I am hoping to read this in March. This is kind of one of the books on my list that I'm like, I hope to get to, but it's not sort of, I'm not going to be upset with myself if I don't get to it. But I do need to branch out and read other books because I feel like I have been living in the ACOTAR world for quite some time. So I do really want to read this, and I know I'm going to love it. This is kind of on my list for, because I'm a massive mood reader, so having like strict TBRs just puts me off, and it puts me slumpy, and it makes me not read. So this is here if I'm wanting a good time, and I know I'll have a good time, so it's there. And obviously it's chunky as well. Who am I with all these chunky books? See, a year ago, I would never ever have imagined that I would be reading the chunky books that are on my shelf that have been there for so long. But I do want to get up to date with this one, because in April, I really want to read the first Crescent City. So I want to finish this series first. But I really enjoy this series, so it's not like the worst thing in the world. So hoping, but not upset if I don't get there. Then the third Mortal Instruments, City of Glass, because Becca is doing the Angel by the Way along. Is that what it's called? Becca, I'm so sorry if that's not what it's called. Basically, Becca has started up an event where we're all reading all the Mortal Instruments and kind of the Infernal Devices and everything in a certain order. So this month, because today's still February, it's City of Ashes, which I am on track with, which is great. And then this one is for March. So this one has got to be read. And this one's slightly chunkier than City of Ashes. This one is... oh, how many pages is it? Just under 500 pages, so it's 496 pages. So this one is a definite, must be done. So Plain Bad Heroines and City of Ashes and City of Glass are all, they must be completed by the end of March. No pressure. And then the last one, it's really small, like this list of books, but some of them are quite chunky, so it's quite a lot of pages. But it just arrived today, and I've just put it in my vlog of me opening it up. But I really want to get to the Atlas 6 in March. Now, I want to kind of read it so that it's not spoiled for me, and I know that everybody else is going to be reading it as well. I just have been really excited, and this is one of my most anticipated books of the year, so I really want to read it in the year that it actually comes out. Not just the year though, the actual month that it comes out, because that very rarely happens. So this, I am hoping, this beautiful edition, by the way, and it's a signed one too. I'm really hoping, beautiful, that I'm going to read this one too. It smells funny. I'd imagine that's the sprayed edges. Now I'm just sitting here sniffing books. But anyway, so that is my reading plans for March. Like I said, it's not like a strict TBR, it's just a pile of books that I'm bringing together that I'm really excited for and really want to read them. So, but I'm not calling it a TBR, there's just too much pressure, and I want no pressure being a mood reader. So at the end of March, I'm going to check in with you and tell you how I got on. And fingers crossed, if I am sitting here on the 31st of March and say I've read all these books, I'm going to be really impressed with myself. But we'll just wait and see, because we all know how slow a reader I am. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you're new here and you haven't done so already, could you please hit the subscribe button? And can you pop in the comments and tell me what you're most excited about to read in March? And I will see you all next time. Have a lovely day.